Yes, from your phone, it would be so helpful to me because I am not seeing a way to do it. Um, but anyway, like I said, 30 days, I did a 30-day challenge and it really jump started me getting back on YouTube and doing YouTube videos again. Um, I had started a few years ago and just, just like everybody else says, you have to be consistent with YouTube. And there wasn't that consistency. This channel is about health, wellness. We talk about transitioning in life. We talk about your mindset. Um, yes, there is a plus sign, Michelle, but the plus sign says to start a poll. So that's not it. I don't know what else to do. So, any other YouTubers out there who know how to add a guest from your mobile, please chime in for me. Um, but I am very serious about talking about mental health, talking about physical health, and talking about emotional health. We all know that we're living in a world full of distractions, so many different things going on in our world. And how can we, keep our mindsets in a healthy place when we're dealing with chaos and distractions and all the different types of things that happen in our lives? And so I enjoy helping people really navigate their way through life. I've been a coach for many years. I think I started coaching initially in 2007. I coached teens and I coached women. And then I developed my own coaching program called Designing Your Life for Women. And I've done that for a very long time. Up until the last few years, I just stopped the individual coaching. But when I took on this YouTube channel, my goal was to really have conversations with people who were like minded, with people who really were so interested in getting themselves together mentally, getting themselves together spiritually, getting themselves together physically, and really understanding that all of it works together. Our mindset really does matter. And when you can put yourself in a place where you can be healthy in your physical body, in your spiritual mind, and in your emotions, it will help you go a long way in just navigating daily life. I currently do a lot of traveling. I am a trainer in my company, and I travel different states, across different states. And so I'm always helping people to process new ways of working and being. And it can be very overwhelming when you're always helping other people. And one of the things I'm learning is that I need to take time for myself. You need to take time for yourself because when you take time for yourself, it's going to help you to be better at helping others. I always say, I like for my cup to be overflowing before I pour out to someone else. A lot of times we like for our cup to be half full or, and then we can help someone else. No, I want to give you what's in the saucer because that means I'm maintaining what I need for me. And I think we all need to be at a space in our lives where we can, exactly, Jolia, we cannot pour from an empty cup. I can't pour from a half full cup, to be honest with you. I need that overflow in my life. And I understand that the only way that I have overflow is when I am tapped into the source. In my life, that is having a relationship with God. You can call it whatever you want, but for me, it's having a relationship with God that helps me to navigate. There are times when I don't feel like it. There are times when I'm tired or, my mind is tired. But when I understand that there is a source that never runs out, I can tap into that source and I can help myself navigate my way through the day. It doesn't mean that when things come up, they don't bother me, or, I don't get stressed out, or I don't, because when I do get stressed out and when things bother me, you know what I know? I know that I've moved away somewhere from the source and that I need to tap back in. Because as long as I'm tapped in, I'm okay. I have friends on here right now who know that I say the same thing to them. It's just not something, it's something that I believe we all can practice. But even when you're not feeling well, don't be down on yourself. If you have one of those days, let yourself have a day. But you got to be careful that that day doesn't turn into 2 days, then 4 days, then 5 days. Then a month now you've been off kilter. You're not feeling like yourself. You're not sure what's going on. It's important to tap in and to know what is going on with yourself on a regular basis. Some of us are parents. Some of us are caretakers. Some of us have spouses. All of those folks who are pulling at you on a regular basis. But you can't help them unless you are helping yourself, unless you're doing what you need for yourself. And you know what? It's not being selfish when you take care of you. So in the comments, tell me, what are some of the things that you do when you need to take care of yourself? Yes, Melvin, choose yourself. It's important to choose yourself. And there's nothing wrong with choosing yourself. Melvin, you know what I used to say? No is a complete sentence. Sometimes you have to say no so you can choose yourself. And when you say no, you'll feel better. Sometimes, if we're not used to saying no, we might feel a little bad because we said no. But feel bad for a moment, then get over it and move on with your life. Move on with what you need to do for yourself. You are an important priority to yourself. We always say that if something were to happen to me today, my job would be prepared to hire someone tomorrow. That's a fact, y'all. If you're not taking care of yourself, somebody is waiting to replace you. It's just the truth. And one thing I like to do is I like to operate in truth. I like to operate in the truth around who I am, what I need for myself to navigate my way through life. I don't want to play with my life. I only get one. What are some of the things you do? I know Melvin said choose yourself. Anybody else? What are some of the things that you do to navigate your way through life when you're feeling stressed out, when you're feeling like, things are too heavy for you and you need time out before you snap? What are some of the things you do? Stop. Yes. Sometimes you just need to stop. Because guess what stopping does? LeCarrie says, work out and breathe. Yes. Stopping gives you an opportunity to think about something else that you could do, like work out and breathe. But if you never give yourself that opportunity, I promise you, you're going to snap at someone. You're going to tell someone off. You're going to get yourself in a position that you didn't need to be, all because you refuse to take time for yourself. What are some other things that you can do to take care of yourself? Okay, scheduling appointments. Jolia says, I schedule my appointments first. I will never forget to schedule my husband or my kids, but I would keep putting off my appointments. That is so true, because as caretakers, we're naturally taking care of everyone else. And sometimes we'll forget about ourselves, or we'll put it off because we'll say, well, I have to take the kids, or that's my husband's day to go. Well, when is your day? And it's not that your husband or kids don't want you to take care of yourself. They do. But you have to be the person who initiates that. Because as women, that's what we do. As women, we take care of other people. We are the caretakers. We are the nurturers. And we don't always have people who care for us or nurture us. Melvin said, if the plane is going down, you have to put your oxygen mask on first. Absolutely. Melvin, I hear that every time I get on the plane. Put your mask on first. Take care of yourself first. You're not being selfish when you do that. You're preserving yourself. You're preserving yourself. We have to preserve ourselves. We are living in a chaotic time. There's chaos all around us, y'all. That's a fact. But here's also a fact. You can do something about it. You can choose to live a different way. You can choose to make time for yourself. You can choose to turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off people who aren't speaking those things that bring you life. Yes, Julia. Self care is also making sure our mental is okay. That's right. That is part of self care. It's mentally being okay, taking time. I like to take time in the morning. When I get up, it's quiet. I just want to sit in stillness for a little bit. Even before I jump out of the bed, I want to just sit there in stillness. You know, peace. Yes, Michelle, peace is a beautiful thing. And peace comes from finding that place of stillness. Yes, finding that place where you can relax and let good thoughts come your way. They say that 60,000 thoughts go through our mind in any given day. That's a lot of thoughts, y'all. And you know where those thoughts come from? The people you pass, old thoughts growing up from when you were a child, things your parents said to you, things your teachers said to you, things that your friends say to you, all those things you hear on TV, it's all in the airways. And if you pick up a thought and if you stick with it for too long, you're going to build on that thought another thought that's just like it. Yes, we have to renew our minds. So for me, you know what renewing your mind means? I mean, thinking different thoughts, thoughts that are healthy, sitting in a room by yourself and letting the mind do its thing. Yes. If you get quiet, I promise you, quietness stills us. Sometimes, it's hard to sit in stillness. You turn off the TV and it's so quiet, and you're like, oh, that feels eerie. It's too quiet in here. Have you ever felt that way? I have. Too quiet. You know why? Because we've been so busy around noise that quietness bothers us. We have to position ourselves so that we get into stillness. We realize this is a time where I could take a time for me, where I can allow my inner voice to speak to me, where I can allow, hey, how you doing? Where I can allow God to give me the answers that I need. You got to do it in quietness, in stillness. That's where we have to position ourselves. And you can do it. It's necessary. For me, because I'm a trainer, my mind is always going because I'm always teaching something. I'm always, giving people information. And when you do that a lot, you have to find those still moments because it becomes hard for me to turn my mind off sometimes. My brain is just always going. I took a few days off a couple weeks ago, and it was like one day I just had to take time for my brain to just stop being active. It's just very active. And depending on what you're listening to, it will be active with the types of things that are not healthy for you. We can do something about it. Shut up. Yes. We can do something about the mind. We can slow it down. Give yourself permission to rest. You can do that. You deserve it. You know what else I'm learning? Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself the opportunity to not always be on. Give yourself the space that you need to just shut down and be okay with that. Think there's something wrong because you're quiet or because you don't want to be with a lot of people right now or because you just want some off time. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm an advocate for people taking time for themselves. I was in a place mentally. I went through a divorce and mentally I was out of it, y'all. I'm trying to fight, living in this space and, but it wasn't healthy for me. And as much as I fought, something inside of me was saying, this isn't your fight. You're trying to fight it, but I'm trying to get you to let go. And I didn't find rest until I let go. And so it is for some of us. Sometimes there are things in our lives that we want to hold on to that we just have to simply let it go. Let it go. Move on. Move on. All of us, we have to find that space where we can be at peace. And you know what else goes with peace? Joy. Because as soon as you find peace, you get joy. You know why? Because all the distractions are gone, and now you're thinking in a way that is healthy for you. Yes, LaCarrie, self-compassion talk. Replacing self-criticism with self-encouragement. When setbacks occur, remind yourself that every effort is a step towards growth. Absolutely. Yes. Every effort, you hear that, is a step towards growth. You want to know how to grow? It's like if you plant, like I have a lot of flowers, a lot of plants around my home. They need sunlight, some of them. They need water. They need to be nurtured. And you need to be nurtured. Find that space where you can nurture yourself. When you do, you'll be glad that you did. It's necessary, y'all. It is necessary for us if we're going to do anything in life to take time out for a mental break. If you don't have take a mental break, you're going to have a mental breakdown. That's what's going to happen. LaCarrie say create general routine schedule, downtime. Plan regular breaks throughout your day to enjoy activities that replenish your spirit, whether it's a quiet walk, reading a chapter of your favorite book. So true. I heard someone the other day and they said, read 10 pages out of a book. 10. Listen for 5 minutes to some soothing music. Everyone, we have to have something. So tell me, what are some of the things that you personally like to do? Does music help you? Does quiet time help you? Does journaling? I'm a journaler. Does journaling help you? What are some of the things that help you? Touch. We all have something different. Brain breaks. Yes. The mind can only take so much. You can only learn so much. As a trainer, One of the things that I realized that after 20 minutes, most likely my students aren't going to remember a whole lot more. So I have to give them a break. It could just be a 5-minute break. Run. LaCarrie is a runner. She likes to run and walk. She did some running over the weekend, and on Wednesday when we come back together, we'll talk more about that. Touch grass. Oh, I'm telling you, Yazlan, I hope that's how I'm pronouncing it right. Touch grass? I'm serious. You know, people used to say that and try to be funny, but do you know there's something about the earth that is very grounding? I love to sit in the grass. Jolia, you said you call out from work. Yes, it feels good when you call out. Take those days you have. I'm telling you, simple things. I am also a person who loves going to the ocean, the beach, the water. Mark breaks, LaCarrie said. Block off short times in your calendar. Start with 5 to 10 minutes. Break every 60 to 90 minutes if your schedule allows. Play music, play in the sand. It's anything in the earth. A mental health day. Yes, Michelle. There's something about the earth that is very grounding. Even something as simple as standing in your own home, just standing, taking your socks off and just standing and allowing yourself to be grounded. There's something that's so into you being healthy when you can ground yourself. Fresh air. Yes, Michelle. I've done that this week. I went out and took a walk because I could walk at home. I have a walking pad. I could go to the gym, but I said I just needed some air. So I went outside and walked. All of us have something that we can do. And on here, we've shared some of the things that we do, but each individual person has to find out what works for them and then do that thing consistently. Water. Yes, water does it for me too. I love the water. Oh, honestly, what we are doing right now, uplifting each other, brings such a positive energy. Yes. People you surround yourself with contribute to our peace. All right. Thanks, Yazin, for showing up. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. Yes. People you surround yourself with have a whole lot to do with your peace. They really do. And you get to decide who you hang out with. You get to choose who you hang out with. Choose wisely is what I say. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. I wanted to come on today and do a live. This is my first one, and I'm not even talk about what messed up because guess what? I guess this was what I was supposed to do today. I take nothing for granted. I believe that my life is ordered the way it's supposed to be, and so this is what I was supposed to do today. And this is me introducing my channel. Yes, Carla's Corner. Yes, family makes a difference. Yes, Jolie, please go ahead and do one. Like, yes, and it's okay if you don't get it right the first time. I'm new too. This is my first one. And guess what? Things turn out the way they're supposed to. That's just life. I am in so much agreement with how my life is going that I don't believe there are any mistakes. Things go as they're supposed to. And I love that. I love that for all of us. All of us have an opportunity to live out our lives the way it's supposed to. Colette, my sister, says the fact that we can come up with so many ideas proves to me that peace of mind is so necessary. I enjoyed this today because this was peaceful for me to listen to you all. Oh, thank you so much, Colette. That's my sister, my little baby sister. She always supports me. Yes, we got this, y'all. For all of you that are new here on YouTube, keep going, y'all. I'm 66 years old. Look at me up here doing this YouTube thing. But guess what? You ain't never too old. You ain't never too young. My sister will tell you, I will try anything. She know I will get on anything, go anywhere, do because I want to. And that's how we all should live. We should all live in a way that we can do whatever we want to. Iron sharpens iron. Absolutely. I love that. I'm so glad you supported me on it. I appreciate you. Please. I appreciate everyone on here because you took time out of your day. You know, people are taking time out of their day. Everybody's time is valuable. It is. I take nobody's time for granted. I realize we could all be somewhere else doing something else. But the fact that you took 30 minutes out of your day and spent it here with me, thank you, Michelle. It is the same thing that I do for others. Yes. Lakiri says, by intentionally planning these moments of respite, you allow yourself the grace to slow down, acknowledge your needs, and nurture your overall well being. Very good. Like, love on yourselves. Give yourself the grace you need. Know that you deserve rest. You deserve the space for you to mentally be able to take space. Build it into your life. Make it normal for you to take time to rest. Make it a part of your everyday living. Everybody doesn't get to travel or go on vacation. But if you build peace and structure into your life, you won't always need a vacation to get what you need because it'll be a part of your daily living. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. We spent 30 minutes here together. It has hold it open. I'm not sure what that means. Thank you so much, Jolia. I appreciate you. I'm pretty sure that after the video closes out, that it posts to my channel. But we will be doing more of these. Carrie and I plan to be back on Wednesday, and I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. But have a great Sunday evening, and I'll talk to you all again soon. God bless. Bye. Thanks, Michelle.